What's up, man? You know what it is, man. The writing on the wall, big CEO, YB&G show. We are here and we ready, man. We ready, man. This writing on the wall is, I normally say they special, but this one is real. It's like that, right? And why? Cause I'm gonna go ahead and get vulnerable with y'all, man. And I don't normally do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't normally, tell the story, but it's time, right? So this writing on the wall right here, it's about your story, right? And the thing about it is your story is very important, right? I learned this from my mentor a couple days ago, man. He said your story is your superpower, right? It's the thing that's going to really connect you with your audience. It's the thing that's going to really, save someone's life. You know what I'm saying? And, he started talking about his story, the things that it did for other people, man. So I just thought, man, it's time. I was waiting for a certain moment, and you can't wait for no certain moments, man. You just got to let things roll out, man, and make perfect out of the moment. So what better moment than now to go ahead and, just roll out some of my story for y'all, man. So I'm gonna take us back, man. So, about a couple years ago, right? 2022, early 2022, for real. I decided to go ahead and start my clothing brand, right? And I started it basically, me and my sandbox, we done started this thing to really, figure out a way to keep, my man out the streets and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? To basically find a new way of income and, just start a new way of living for us. You know what I'm saying? So, started it through that. Later down the line, figured out, all right, it's best I take over the business, try to make something happen out of it. You know what I'm saying? We both on two different paths and things like that. You feel me? So started implementing people and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Now along this path, right? The brand is called Applied Pressure. Of course, y'all know our sponsors, man. But along this path, right? The brand, it had a meaning. Pressure makes diamonds and shit, but it really didn't have a meaning, that was meaningful to me just yet, right? So fast forward a little bit into 2022, around December time, you feel me? I remember just sitting in my old jank room, in the little dorms, college dorms, shit like that. I remember sitting in her room, man, and I'm by myself in the joint, I'm smoking and shit like that. And I remember just saying, like, damn, bro, this ain't it. Like, I wasn't on no depressed shit, but I wasn't on no happy shit either. You feel what I'm saying? I just knew like it was something more that was calling me. I knew that I was supposed to be doing something more. I'm supposed to be doing a whole lot more than what I was doing, man. At that time, man, I'm smoking and I'm doing a lot of extra shit too, you know what I'm saying? So I had to really figure out what the fuck was going on. So I remember that day, man, I just I asked God, man, I said, hey, remove any and everything that was holding me back. And I mean everything. Remove anything and everything. If the weed holding me back, remove it. If anybody is holding me back, man, remove them. And man, I'm gonna keep it a stack, boy. He moved fast, don't he? God moved fast, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. So this was around December 13th, I think. You feel me? And next thing that ends up happening is, it's a day later. I'm in a car with some of my folk, you know what I'm saying? Good men and shit like that. You feel me? We end up getting into some little petty argument and shit, you feel me? Boom, go home mad as shit. At the same time, my mother was texting me and shit. So now me and her, we kind of going at it. over the phone, texting and shit like that. So, that was something right there. Boom. Right after that, I'm calling my old joint at the time. I'm calling her, really trying to, vent and shit like that for real, we end up arguing and, shit, she ended up breaking up with me, right? And right after that, you feel me? In the midst of all the, this stuff happening, boom, like now now in the midst of this shit, I'm cursing, I'm doing all type of shit. You feel me? I'm fucked up. I'm mad as shit at the world. I'm like, everybody throwing me off, this and that. And boom, father come, knocking on the door, hey, doing too much this and that. Now me and him get into it, and when we get into it, we get into it for real, you know what I'm saying? So this point, boom, get kicked out the crib, fucked up, mad at the world, you know what I'm saying? Funny thing about this shit is too, later that night I had a pop-up shop to go to. You know what I'm saying? So now at this point, all this stuff just happened in the span of 24 hours, and I got a damn pop-up shop to go through later that night, and I'm fucked up on the street. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got my little suitcase and that's it, you know what I'm saying, with my merch and shit in there. You feel what I'm saying? But, I'm thugging shit out. So I end up going to the pop-up shop, right? I go to the pop-up shop, smiling, shaking hands, this and that. You would never know what the fuck going on with me. Going to the pop-up shop, I think I busted sale and all that too, right? So it's like, yeah, you kind of feel good about that, but at the same time, you got real shit going on in your life. So it's like, man, what the fuck? So boom, go to the pop-up shop. Now the pop-up shop's over, and it's like, everybody, they leaving and all that stuff. I'm trying to be the last person to leave because I know I don't got nowhere to go. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't really want nobody to even, be in my business or know my situation or anything like that. I don't want no type of questions, none of that shit, man. So, boom. Everybody kind of dip off. I'm kind of the last person, you feel me? They kind of waiting in their cars and shit. I'm trying to try it all, fake like I'm going to a little car and shit. Mind you, it's nighttime and shit like that. So, boom, people end up, they bust out. I end up walking over by, this little dumpster cans and shit like that was over there. They out the way and shit like that, man. And I ain't gonna lie, this is probably one of the lowest moments in my life, man. I'm going through it. I'm gonna keep that shit a stack. I'm fucked up. I'm mad at the world, man. But for me, it was about how I kind of turned all of that hurt right into my power. Cause you feel me, I was mad, I was hurting, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I was going through it, but I used that energy and converted it into, positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, even being mad at my peoples and everyone, being mad at everyone, man, I still love them to death. I'm talking about from the start to the finish. Everyone that I got, everybody that I was really mad at, because these are people in my circle, my inner circle. You know what I'm saying? And it was damn near 5 people out the fucking circle. That's damn near the whole fucking circle. You know what I'm saying? So I was going through it. So through that shit right there, right, I ended up, I'm the person that when it's pressure, I get active. I get on it. You feel me? Right? And this when I start talking about the meaning of applied pressure. Well, applied pressure really started being my whole life. It really started forcing me to convert and really, applied pressure is about going through the pressures of life to becoming your highest self. So I made a promise to myself on that day that I was going to be the best. I was going, whatever I was going to do, I was going to win. I'm talking about, and I'm saying this with hella emotion. I'm a win. You feel me? I'm talking shit too. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy the ass a big ass house. I'm gonna buy shorty a boat. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going, but I use it in positivity. So I wasn't like on no cursing nobody shit like that, because I understand like, hey, one, a lot of the shit, some of the shit was my fault. Like shit, I was going through with my peoples and shit, bro. I was just on bad timing because of everything else that had going on. So I was making sure that I, use the energy in the right way. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times, man, when we going through stuff, man, we gotta ask the full whys, right? And you ask me, well, why stands for who hurt you, right? The next one is who healed you, what healed you, I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Third one is who had you. And the last one is who has you, right? So I had to really focus on my whys to understand why, what's going on in my life, and what do I need to do, right? But so, boom, going from there, man. Now I'm on the street. I called my older brother up. Shout out Zay. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody that I actually listen to. I could, take his advice from and all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And he's somebody that's, hey, what you gonna do type shit. He ain't gonna let you sit in no emotion. So I'm like, bet. Calling him up, man. Hey, I got this and that going on. He like, all right, well, shit, what you gonna do? What we doing? Right? So I'm like, shit, I don't even know, like this and that. End up getting a credit card or some shit like that. You feel me? And now at this point, I had good credit. Boy, I'm talking about I was spanking the credit cards. I'm trying to tell you. But now I'm moving in the stress, right? So because I'm moving in the stress, now I made an emotional decision, and I booked like a month in Ocean City. Right now, this isn't when it's popping or nothing like that, but I'm not really thinking about that. I'm thinking I need to go somewhere where I can make something happen, and I can kind of, figure my way out, finagle my way around and shit. So, boom, got the credit card, booked Ocean City for a month and shit like that. Fuck the credit up, right? Boom, I go to Ocean City. Now it's nothing out there. I'm talking about, boy, it ain't nothing and nobody really out there for real. This is off season, right? So I'm still down there. I'm trying to make the best of it and all that stuff, man. But I ain't gonna lie, it was an emotional decision, but it's definitely something that I needed, right? In order to be isolated in the place. Kind of this when I really found, what God is to me. Right, so knowing that I am and all that, man, it was really powerful for me being out there, because I struggled. I definitely struggled, man. Like shit, I was fucked up out that motherfucker, man. I'm talking about you get down to your real life last. I'm talking about, man. I'm up there, man. I'm trying to order some damn McDonald's and shit, right? Now I know my situation, so I know what I got. So it's a lady behind me. I'm like, hey, you go ahead, order in front of me. She like, nah, baby, you here first. You got it. I'm like, nah, you go ahead, you good. She like, nah, you go ahead, got it. I'm like, god damn, shorty. So boom, I'm trying to order up my food and shit like that. Mind you, I ain't getting a whole lot. Probably like an apple pie or some shit, 2 apple pies or something. Nigga pull out the pennies. Nah, I got a fake fucking counter and shit. Got this lady right behind me and shit. And when you doing all this extra shit, bro, you like, man, what the fuck? Like, so I'm counting it, fucking lose count, gotta start all over and shit, you feel me? Like, and I'm like, this and that. Now I don't even want the fucking food no more. At this point, like, man, just fuck, give me my pennies and shit. I'm about to leave. Boom, leave the shit and all that. But I was basically going through it, man. You know what I'm saying? And it hit home, man. It hit hard, because I'm like, damn, bro, I'm a nigga, bro. Like, when you somebody that kind of take care of everybody, it's hard for you to even, ask for something from anybody. Like, and that's real shit. Like, it's hard, right? So that's shit. It's a lot of different lessons and traumas that I had to, get over and go through to kind of become who I am today. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was one of them, man. But let's fast forward a little bit. I end up going back down to my side of Maryland. You know what I'm saying? End up staying with one of my brothers. Shout out YB and G Don, man. Him and his peoples kind of took me in for real. And I stayed in his mother basement with him. And at this point, we trying to get our hustle on with the brand and shit like that. You feel me? So I'm going to different colleges. I'm doing all type of stuff, man. And then, we end up going out Miami. Still trying to get our stuff off, but this like a little vacation type situation, right? Clear our heads, all that. You feel me? Boom. He suggested going out Atlanta. So I'm like, that's where I am right now. He suggested going out Atlanta. I'm like, all right, bet. Niggas ain't at this point. Niggas ain't got shit to lose, right? Man, it's like, man, fuck it. Niggas need to do something that's gonna, accelerate niggas' growth type shit, right? So boom, end up going back out Maryland, and we come up with this big plan. Yeah, we about to stack up. We about to do this. We about to do that, and then we gonna go out there. We gonna have our own crib, this and that, all this, man. When I tell y'all, man, the plan ain't go how the plan was supposed to go, man. We end up going out Atlanta, fucking staying in our cars, thugging it out the cars and shit like that. You feel me? And yeah, we started off our journey like that. You know what I'm saying? Staying in the car for some months and shit like that. You feel me? But it was definitely something that needed to fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you want to grow, you gotta grow. You can't be scared to go places because the situation is not the perfect situation. The situation ain't the perfect conditions and shit. You just got to do shit sometime, man. So right, I'm gonna tell y'all about the first week we go out there. First week we go out there, man. Matter of fact, the first day we go out there, we end up going to this little game night. He found like a little situation, so shorty had a game night. We go over there and all that stuff, man. We end up meeting somebody that hosts a podcast, shit like that, you feel me? So now we done made a connection, this and that, set up a podcast a month later or something, you know what I'm saying? Boom. That was the first day we went there, you know what I'm saying? Already making connections and shit like that, right? Now, first week we went there, right? Now, this a couple days later and shit, my man, Bentley Pool Party, shout out him, man. He Bentley TV, man, y'all check him out, man. But he had a pool party and shit. I said Bentley pool party. I'm tripping. Yeah, Bentley had a pool party, right? So, shit, my man like, hey, shit, we need to slide. Let's do it. I'm like, bet, let's do it. I done brought the hats and shit like that just in case we see anybody. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going to happen, but we might see someone, right? That's worth giving the hat to. So, boom. We going up to the pool party and all that stuff. We end up seeing Bentley TV, gave him a hat, end up seeing the Shea Frost, gave him a hat. I think we saw somebody else too. I can't remember right now, man. But shout out them people, right? Shout out Bentley and shout out to Shea Frost, man. Gave him a hat. The Shea real too, bro. I gave him the hat, took a picture of the joint and all that shit, man. And he did some real shit. He said, hey, bro, look, hey, you can have the hat back, sell it. You know what I'm saying? Use this shit as marketing. Like he was giving game for real, bro. So shout out him, bro. The Shea Frost, man, for real nigga. So boom. End up doing that, man. Had a great ass time. Now, mind you, at this point in time, when we first moved into town, we over on I think Riverdale side and shit like that, right? Now, niggas ain't from out here, so niggas don't really know what areas is what areas type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So at this point, we took his car. We took my brother's car. We took Don's car, right? And we left my car at a little Planet Fitness joint, right? And we like, shit, we gonna be back, this and that. You feel what I'm saying? So boom. We driving back to the car. This after the event and shit like that. Driving back to my car. Now we start peeping the area and we like, man, this kind of look like back home a little bit. This shit look like the hood or something, son. The fuck? This one looking like this during the daytime, was it? Like, so, boom. I'm already knowing what's going on, man. I'm like, man, what the fuck, right? So, we pull up, man. End up seeing the glass on the fucking ground and shit like that, right? I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So, they done broke into my car, right? Fucking niggas done took, I ain't gonna hold, nigga done took the shotgun, left the shotgun in the fucking car. I don't know why I was burnt out doing that dumb shit. Nigga took half my fucking clothes, right? Half the clothes I brought out of Atlanta. They took shit more than half, for real. And then they took all the fucking inventory. Them little pressure baby drinks, man, they took all the fucking inventory, bro. I was sick. I was sick than a bitch, bro. But I ain't gonna hold you, right? See, this way it be a lot of lessons and shit that I be learning along my journey and shit, right? And just learning how to appreciate shit, right? Niggas had a great day. Gave the Shea Frost, Bentley TV, got some game and shit like that. Had a good time at the pool party and shit like that. You feel me? Yes, I came back. Then I took most of my fucking shit out the fucking car like some hoe ass niggas. But at the same time, though, right? I left my spare key in the car, right? I got a Mazda, push to stop, right? I left the spare key in the fucking car on the side of the front door, right? So, for real, if these niggas was really smart, they could have took the whole fucking car and I wouldn't have known what the fuck happened, right? But, you know, shit, that was God just telling me, hey, tighten up, bro, tighten up. You hear? And then he also, you know, telling me that how you gonna act when, you know, I give you a good day, but it ain't perfect. How you gonna act? How you gonna move when I do this for you, right? But then this also happens to you know, tighten you up and shit. How you gonna move, right? So I wasn't even mad at all, man. You know, charged it to the game, man. Swipe that card. You gotta charge certain shit to the game. Like, yeah, hey, shit, we're in Atlanta. I got shit, tighten up. Niggas ain't from this bitch. You gotta know your surroundings, know what's going on and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, fuck it. We here. Man. So that's one of the things, man. I think I'm gonna do a part 2. If y'all like this, man, so far, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all thinking, man. And y'all let me know if y'all want the, you know, full story, how I, you know, then the story, it goes on and on and on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done got my hat and all that stuff and Boosie Badass film, No Honor, Loyalty, and Love. Y'all watch that on Tubi right now, man. But yeah, man, if y'all want to know all the, you know, the details and shit, story and shit like that, man, let me know, man. I'm going to continue sharing my story with y'all and shit, but y'all got to let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Apply Pressure, man. Y'all know what it is. Apply Pressure at Apparel.com. You know what I'm saying? Apply Pressure _AP. We here. If y'all want the rest of the story, tap in with me.